Australia. Hi. Hi. Hey, come on in, welcome, it's a party. So we're gonna take pictures in a minute, but the pictures go crazy fast because we have to get through a lot of you before the show. And so I never thought that was fair. If you guys have VIP tickets, you should get more than just like a 2-second picture of me. So that's why we started doing this Q&A portion of the meet and greet. Oh my gosh, you dropped your phone. Did it shatter?
It's fine.
Okay, good. Is it the new one?
No, I got the new one today though. So
you did? Then why do you have that old trash?
Because it wouldn't sync in time.
And it's early show start.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It was my fault. You're blaming me. Anyway, that's kind of what this time is about. Just hang out and chat and yeah, become best friends forever. So if you guys have any questions, we can get started. And I might ask you questions too. Yeah, right here, you are ready to go.
Yes. Where's Patrick?
Where's Patrick? Patrick is in Haters Back Off Land, but the guy who plays Patrick, Eric, he's in Los Angeles. I tried to get him to come. I tried to get the whole cast to come. I was like, come to Australia. But that's a long flight to try to force him to come on. But yeah, he's at home. I'll tell him you said hi. Okay. Right here in the white sweater. How old is Miranda? You should never ask a lady her age. How what? How young? Oh, yes. How young is Miranda? You know, there are 2 things that I have promised myself I would never reveal, and it is Miranda's age and Miranda's last name, her real last name. And so I just say Miranda is timeless. She's whatever age you think Miranda is the age that she is. Let's just say that. But I know how old she is. Right here in the front. My favorite scene in season 2 of Haters Back Off. There are so many I love. How many of you guys have seen season 2 yet? I don't spoil anything, but I have a lot of favorite scenes. I love anything that has Uncle Jim and Miranda. I really like the man who plays Uncle Jim, Steve Little, is one of my favorite people in the universe. Like, I really love him. But I really like, there's a lot of Miranda Patrick scenes this season that I really like. So I like that final scene with Miranda and Patrick where we're hugging, and I really like, there's a scene in the hospital where I have like syringes on my ears, and there's a soap opera playing in the background, and I love that scene for a million reasons. Number one, the director let me co-direct that scene, so how we shot it, like, he let me tell him how to do it, and he was really cool. We had really collaborative directors who worked with me, which is awesome. And so I got to help direct, which was really exciting. My dad is in that scene. The guy in the bed in the coma is my dad. And then on the screen, there's a soap opera going on the TV in the background, and it is me and Corey doing the soap opera, our voices, and we're saying crazy stuff. And then the people who are actually on the TV are my sister and one of my best friends, Harvey, on the screen. So that scene is just full of like little hidden secrets. So I love that scene. That might be my favorite one. What about the end? Oh, and the end, at the very end, the commercial is Corey's voice where it goes, I'm a woman and I'm proud of my parents. That's Corey's voice. So there's like that scene is just chock full of like fun things. And like the dress that I'm wearing, the like weird hoop dress, I made that dress with Corey in the writer's room on a weekend. We hadn't slept for weeks, and I'm rewriting an episode of the show while we're pinning hospital gowns to me, so I got to make the dress. Like, there's just like so many things in that scene that are really, really cool to me. So anyway, that was a really long answer. I'm sorry, I'm chatty. In the hat right here, striped shirt.
What's your best tip for getting into the musical theater?
My best tip for getting into the musical theater industry? Are you a musical theater girl? Our sisters. I love musical theater. It's like, it makes me giddy. The best tip. The best advice I could give to someone who wants to do theater or acting in any way is to not get discouraged when people say no, and when people slam the door in your face, because it happens a lot. I have been to so many auditions. I can't even tell you how many auditions I've been on and how many times I have gotten the door slammed in my face. And I've been told no a million times and told yes like 3 times. So yeah, I would say don't get discouraged. every time you don't get a part, and just keep going and let it motivate you to work harder and get better, and so that next time you'll get it. That would be my best advice. Don't get discouraged. There's something I want to answer all the questions. Right here on the aisle.
What was your least favourite film of scene to film in Peter's Back Off season 2?
My least favorite scene to film in season 2 of Peter's Back Off. I thought this was going to be my favorite scene to film, but the scene where I took the bath in the SpaghettiOs,
I thought so.
I thought it was going to be my favorite, because who doesn't want to take a bath in SpaghettiOs? Like that, I thought it was going to be fun. Like I was like, this is going to be cool. Like have you ever wondered what it's like to take like a bath in like spaghettis or, I don't know, no, am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. But I just thought that would feel really cool. But Vancouver is really cold, and that's where we shot the show. And they had buckets of SpaghettiOs, huge buckets of SpaghettiOs, waiting for that scene for like 12 hours in a warehouse that was like 40 degrees. Well, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's really cold. It's very, very cold. So the noodles, it was like taking an ice bath almost. So I was miserable because it was just freezing. So I was like shivering, and people were like, "How did you eat that? That's so gross." Because I like get underneath it and I'm eating it and stuff, and I was like, I couldn't even taste it. I was so cold. I would have done anything to get out of that bath. If they said eat the whole thing, I would have done it just to get out of there because it was so cold. So that was probably my least favorite. And it's hard to do the scenes where Miranda cries a lot this season, and some of those scenes were really hard. To like get yourself to a place where you have to be super sad and like cry, that's not really that fun either. But anyway, right here in the front.
What inspired you to create Miranda?
What inspired me to create Miranda? I was just goofing around in school. There were some girls that I went to school with who were not nice, and they're kind of cocky, rude girls who were just mean, and so I was kind of imitating them, and I put it on YouTube to send to my friends, and I never thought anyone would see the videos except for my friends. And then other people started seeing the videos. And so that's kind of what started the character. But she's changed a lot since the beginning. But originally I was like imitating girls who were not nice. Yeah. All the way in the back. Hi. Oh, you're so sweet. He said he knows I'm having trouble with my shoulder, so how's it going? How am I? I am having trouble with my shoulder. It's really fun. So I've been struggling with a messed up shoulder for a few years. I have a tear in my rotator cuff, and it's really, really, really tiny. But the problem with it is that it's causing pain throughout the rest of my shoulder, and my neck, and my back, and I have tendonitis. And so I've been doing this like therapy shots and stuff, and I guess my body, I'm like a Gumby, like I'm really like Gumby-ish. Like I can put my thumb all the way like that. Like you're not supposed to be able to do that. So my body just takes longer to repair itself. And so I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Like there's some days that are worse than others. Today's all right. Like today I don't have the sling on and I'm not wearing icy pots and stuff. So today I'm okay. It was very sweet of you to ask. Thank you. But when I get home, I'm doing something called PRP, which is horrendous and painful. And they draw your blood, and they spin it and they do something to it that's sciencey, and I don't understand it. And then they inject my own blood back into the tear inside my muscle in the middle of my arm. And I've had it done once before, and I couldn't even pull down my pants to pee for like 2 weeks because I was in so much pain. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm doing it the day after my birthday. So, right here.
What's your favourite musical?
My favorite musical, there's a lot of favorite musicals. I just saw Dear Evan Hansen on Broadway, and it was incredible. But I think Into the Woods by Stephen Sondheim is my favorite. I really like Stephen Sondheim. This girl in the purple sweatshirt over here. What's my favorite food and Miranda's favorite food? My favorite food, I kind of like anything that tastes good, which might be the same answer for Miranda, but I love food. I don't know, I love sweets, like chocolate is delicious. I love sushi, which is one of the reasons I love Australia, because you guys have just sushi everywhere, and it's my dream come true. Miranda would just say meat. I want meat, like whatever meat is there. Meat. And the glasses right here. The hardest episode to film, Peter's Back Off. The hardest episode, They're all hard to film because we didn't have enough time. But probably, oh man, that's a hard question to answer. Maybe it would be between the hospital episode, and that's episode 4, and the finale. Oh no, I know the answer. Episode 7, the episode where we did the theme park, the Miranda theme park. The theme park is made out of cardboard, okay? So I'm like, make cardboard sets, it'll be easy, we'll just make everything out of cardboard. And of course, it poured rain the days that we shot. So every single scene where we are outside in the theme park, it was pouring rain. So we had tents over us. Like, you can kind of tell there's this one shot where it's really high up and there's a crane and it's like zooming in on us. Me and Uncle Jim on the top of the van. And you can see there's like some rain droplets. It was pouring. Like, I can't believe you can't really see it on camera. But those scenes were hard to shoot just because we were fighting with the rain every day for like 4 days. It was really, really hard. And like when I pushed Kara, the girl who plays Amanda, when I pushed her into the Slurpee bath, she was like, it was pouring, it was freezing, and she had to get pushed into that, so she was miserable for hours, and we did it like 20 times, so that was a hard episode shoot. All the way in the back on the end in the blue shirt. Oh, thanks. Wait, what'd you say? Oh, Patrick's my favorite character and why? Yeah. Oh, I love Patrick. I don't know. I think because every character is based on people that I know, and Patrick is based on some of my relatives. I have a relative who actually has an ice cream bike business where he sells popsicles out the back of his bike. In a very rainy city. And so, like, he's based on people that I know, but I think what I loved most about the character Patrick is his unconditional love for an unlikable character. For some reason that's very endearing to me, the fact that he's just so in love with Miranda, and she's so unlikable, and he causes her to be vulnerable, which is a hard thing to do, because Miranda is a character that's unlikable, she's horrible. And so to be able to find someone and find a situation that can make her be vulnerable and make her have feelings and make her soften up, I think was exciting to me, because I had never experienced that on YouTube with the character before. So to like, I don't know, I think that's why I like the character so much. And I just think he's like such a nerd. I don't know, I just love the character so much. I think he's great. But it's been cool for me to see your guys' favorite characters when you tweet me who you like. Who's your favorite? Yeah. Yeah, that's what most people say. Most people say they really like Emily. She's kind of like the eyes into this weird family, and that's why that character I think is so important. But yeah, a lot of people like Emily a lot too. They're all great. I like them all. Right here. Corey, do you want a seat? Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, sorry. Pardon? My Hogwarts house. I thought you were thinking about my cats. I have no idea what you're saying. Hogwarts house. I've never taken the test. Isn't there like a test you're supposed to take online? I've never taken it. What do you think I would be? That's what everybody says. Everybody says they think I'd be Hufflepuff. Are you Hufflepuff? Yeah, I just know that Parker, Bailey, and Jake took, my niece and nephews took the test. And Parker got, he got one that he was so, I don't remember which one he got now, but he was gutted. Like, yes, Slytherin, that's what he got. He was crying, like he was so sad. I think he really wanted to be Hufflepuff, and he's 4, you know. But even his mom, Jessica, was like, I'm so confused how he got that. Like, it's so weird. Oh, right here.
You look great today.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. I haven't showered in days.
Is season 3 confirmed yet for Hades back up?
Girl, I wish. She hasn't season 3 is confirmed yet for Hades everyone when it is, because I can't keep secrets. But no, they haven't told us anything. So I'm trying really hard to be just really grateful for season 1 and season 2, because who gets that? Like, that's crazy that someone gave me my own Netflix show. Like, who made that decision? Like, they're insane. So I'm really grateful for the first 2 seasons. I would love a season 3, because if you saw all of season 2 and you know how it ends, you know that season 3 would be crazy, and it'd be really hard for me because I'd be playing multiple parts. So I really want to do it, but I have no idea. I wrote Netflix today and I was like, hey, just want to let you know I miss you. I was just trying to be like, what's up? We should hang out. Do you want to give me season 3? I really want to have a hey, girl. So we'll see what they say, but okay. Yeah, no, last year I found out in like December 1st-ish, around there, and then I had to wait a week before I could announce it. But people already figured it out, so I was like, I'm so excited! So I didn't really know what so stupid. But yeah, so hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. But if not, I've got like movie ideas, I've got other stuff I want to do too. So yeah, movie would be good. And it's, yeah, I want to do Miranda for the movie, but I have another idea that's not Miranda too for a movie, which just terrifies me. But I'm really excited about this. All the way in the back in the black shirt. He's not gonna do it. A monologue with Corey. Corey and I feel like, okay, we did this a couple days ago, wherever we were, and it was so bad. Like, we just failed so hard. So I feel like we need to retire the bad monologues. Oh no, he's got something to say.
Look, we should just create one and then memorize it and then we can perform it. I think that, like, doing off the whim, like, I get really dirty and inappropriate, so we're not gonna do it.
He's not kidding. But yeah, well, maybe we'll do it in the vlog or something for you. Let's see, in the vlog right here. What's the worst thing about having cats, and would I ever get a dog? Well, I would love a dog, but dogs to me are like a lot like people. Like, they need human interaction constantly, and they need to be walked every day and all this stuff. So I travel so much that I don't feel like it would be right for me to get a dog unless the dog can travel with me. Cats are a little more lenient. My mom stays with the cats and like hangs out with them. I love them so much, but they're easier to take care of than dogs. My cats, the worst thing about my cats is my big fat cat, Gus. He poops and steps in his own poop, like, all the time. And then he will come and like cuddle you. And he's like there's been mornings where I wake up and he's like cuddling my face. And I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. And then there's like a turd on my pillow. You suck. So that sucks. And then my other cat, my new kitten, Daisy, she just meows constantly. Like, she's constantly talking. She's just constantly has something to say. And she begs for food. So her and Gus are polar opposites. But I don't know, cats are just like, what I love about them and hate about them is they just are the sassiest brats. Like, I think that's why I like them so much, because they're just like, it's like having a tiny little furry drag queen in your house. Like, they're just so sassy. At least mine are. It's like you can't talk to them unless they want to be talked to. You can't touch them unless they want to be touched. They're like insane. Like, not the drag queens are insane, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to change into Miranda for the pictures. We're going to take pictures. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about the character and where the costume came from as I'm changing. Don't worry, I'm not going to get naked. I'm not going to do porn right now, but I put the clothes on over my clothes to make to look frumpier, like as Miranda. So, first thing is the shirt, which is this cat sweater. This came from my mother, actually. My mom made this for me when I was 12. She like hand sewed each cat in place, and I picked out the fabrics, and like she used to make all my clothes for me, homeschooled. And so this was one of the things she made, and I wore it like, I genuinely thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. Like, I thought it was like cute and stylish, and I kind of still do. But I wore it once. I went home to visit my mom on a holiday, and I found this old shirt of mine from when I was 12, and I put it on and made a Miranda video, and it just, people really liked it, so I kept it. I'll do the pants next. The pants are actually, the story is kind of told in Haters Back Off in season 1, the episode where I go to the gay bar and perform on the glass stage, and Miranda is wearing a skirt. That actually happened to me. I went to a gay bar to perform, and I was wearing a skirt, and there was a glass stage that people could see up, and I was like, oh my god, people are going to see it in my skirt, what do I do? And I went into my car and I found these red sweatpants that are like Christmas sweatpants for me, and I put them on, and people hated them. I mean, that was back when no one knew who Miranda was, so people thought I was a real person. They thought Miranda was real. So they were heckling me and screaming like, ew, nice camel toe, you look disgusting. And so I was like, oh, they hate the pants, I'm gonna keep them. So that's where the pants came from. The Crocs are because I used to wear white tennis shoes. The Crocs story came about this season of Haters Back Off, but the true story of the Crocs is I used to wear white tennis shoes, or runners, trainers, what do you guys call them?
Sneakers.
Joggers?
Sneakers.
So off. Is it really they're called joggers here? No?
Sneakers. Sneakers.
Sneakers? You call them sneakers?
Yeah.
Okay, someone said that you don't call them sneakers, and I felt like an idiot, and then I was calling them, I think they call them trainers in Europe, I don't know. I don't really know where I am. Anyway, I used to wear white tennis shoes, but then I couldn't do the quick change fast enough in my show. There was a quick change in my show. I couldn't lace up the shoes, so I started doing shows barefoot, and I got splinters in my feet. So I needed to find a shoe that was quick and easy to put on and really ugly, and that's a Croc. So the hair is the only thing that hasn't changed with Miranda since I first started the character. I've always done a middle part with the clips, and it's just because I have a really big, gross forehead, and it like really accentuates that. And it's just not flattering on me, so I want to look as least flattering as possible as the character. And the lipstick, it's because whenever I started doing Miranda online, whatever the people said they hated in the comments, I would do it more. And people hated the lipstick, and so I made it brighter until it turned into a red, and then I just kept putting on more and more and more until it got way overdrawn. And that's Miranda. Take pictures now. I'll pose naturally as Miranda. I'll do some dumb poses, but if you guys want me to smile like a normal person, I'll do that. Just tell me. It's your picture. I want you guys to like it, so tell me whatever you want. But yeah, and then one last thing. Do you guys want to be in my Snapchat story?
Yeah!